Hey guys, I hope this is working. I'm trying Loom again. Had a little technical difficulties here, but you're looking at shares of Pinterest on the chart. This is very important to me, this stock, okay? I've listened to the conference call. I think that was a game-changing conference call for them. I think that earnings announcement was a game changer, a real shift, a real benefit from the whole pandemic that's sticky. These are the stories I love. Another advertising story, by the way. I think that what I heard is beneficial for Roku, even though the stock keeps going down. Beneficial for Google, which is a stock we just added and is going up. Roku can't seem to get out of its own way. It runs up and gives it all back. As long as Roku stays above its 50-day moving average, I'm staying with that. And after listening to this Pinterest conference call, I think that makes sense. So here's what I'm looking at on Pinterest, okay? This is the gap up. Normally I don't buy up like this, but when you get a new issue, which this company was, okay, all to a lot of hype and fanfare back here, and it builds a big base like this, the first gap up on a big game-changing earnings announcement can set up a whole new uptrend, and the gap never closes. This is exactly what happened to Facebook in 2013. I posted that chart for you in the Slack room already, so take a look at it. So the way I'm going to trade this, you may call this an aggressive idea. I don't think anything's really that aggressive if you use the right stops. They're all the same type of stops, right? So to me, the stop is the open on the big gap up day, okay, which is something like 53, I don't know, 53, something like that, okay? And then if you see this day here challenges that exact price, comes down and touches the exact price and bounces off of it, okay? So that's the stop now, which will also coincide with the 14-day moving average. So if we're willing to take an aggressive position on a gap up, we use a tighter stop, the 14-day moving average, okay? And then our reward to risk makes sense. If it keeps going up from here, great. If it starts to sell off, we're not going to suffer a gap closure, so we'll cut that thing quick and we'll put it back into the whiteboard. But I really like that call, and so this stock is compelling to me. And they don't usually take a lot of time here in these little pennants that they form. They gap up, they build a pennant, they break out, and they keep on going. If this is going to work, I expect to see Pinterest make new highs in a short period of time. I don't think it's going to take a long time. Because if I'm right, and this is like Facebook, it's a gap up, it's a tight pennant, and now a bunch of institutions want to get into the stock. And so it just starts to follow the 25-day moving average higher and higher. You know, and of course the 50-day will be key. Okay? Just to give you a point of reference, here's Facebook. Now, I showed you the chart, but I figured, what the heck, I'll show you the I'll show it to you here. I think 17 years back. We go all the way back to here. Here it is. Okay, let me just give you, this goes back to 2013. Okay, this was the same place we are now, right here. Right here is the same place we are now with Pinterest. This gap up, it clears the tops of the initial public offering. Facebook came public 2012, immediately sold off. Nobody thought it was any good, blah, blah, blah. Then it has this incredible earnings announcement that completely resets the apple. Institutions start to believe in the story. The stock never goes below that gap, okay? This is why I'm willing to take a shot here on Pinterest, because I think it's the same type of a story. And watch what Facebook stock does. Notice how it crawls up the 14-day moving average, right? It doesn't touch the 25-day until a few months later, right? So that's why I say right around here on Pinterest, now's the time to focus on the stock, okay? Right around the 14-day moving average, here's the low, the open of the day of the gap up, the low of the previous, the most recent low is exactly the same price. That's not a surprise. That's not a coincidence. Okay? And if that holds and the 14-day holds, then it goes higher from here. So we can add it here, and if it takes out the 14-day, we're gone. Okay? All right, guys, I'll see you in the Slack room.